everybody. Welcome back to the LucaBeth Lounge, the cozy space for everybody who loves Lucas and Elizabeth from One Calls the Heart. Today we have me, Jillian.
And me, Blanca. Hello, everyone.
And Linda. Hello.
Hello. Today we are going to be talking about our top 5 things that we want to see for Lucas and Elizabeth, not just in season 9, but beyond. God willing that this show keeps going on and on, because it would be really sad if it didn't. But things we want to see in the future. And we, like our last episode, we have not discussed these with each other, so we don't know what everybody's going to say. So this will be kind of fun. So Blanca, why don't you go first? What is one thing that you really want to see for Lucas and Elizabeth?
The one I had thought about first is really quite simple, or I don't know, modest or humble, because it's only to see Lucas entering her house, which is, you know, like, I don't know, it's kind of obvious that maybe he has done that by the time season 9 begins. Hopefully we'll get to see it somehow. I don't know, but yeah, really want to see that moment.
I do too. I think that they know that all of us really want to see it, so I feel like they're gonna at least do a flashback or something.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe it'll just be a flashback, because it seems like enough time would have passed that he would have entered her house. But I think they'll really do a flashback, like you said, Jillian, because it's important to all of us.
Yeah,
right, Blanca?
Yeah, it's gonna be like, I can't wait to see how they do it.
Right?
There's gonna be like so much screaming at my house when season 9 starts. I'm just gonna like,
the anticipation is, you know, it's real.
Yeah. Like the moment, like, are they gonna like what are the cameras gonna be like? And okay, so they almost always do like a huge time jump, but I was thinking the other day, what season is it where they don't, like, they show like New Year's Eve? So I wonder when they'll, like, at what season they'll start the season, you know what I mean?
Especially with the season being longer, you know. Well, I mean, it was long last season too, but they could start it earlier in the season. But I know that some of the first shots they did, it was spring. So
yeah, you're right, it was. I don't know. I'm eager to see how they do it.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, that is definitely a moment that we would all like to see.
Yeah, it's a small one. It's, you know, daily life, but we need to see it.
Small in life, but huge for One Calls the Heart. It's huge for Hardee's.
True.
Linda, you go next.
Okay. Well, my first thing that I want to see is more with Lucas and little Jack, and them really bonding and showing lots of really great moments between them, getting to know kind of each other in a closer sense of being. And you know, so I'm looking forward to maybe them reading a book together and him falling asleep or something like that, but them just kind of sharing little moments here and there together.
Yeah, we want to see like Daddy Lucas.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to see him maybe even have like a whole day with little Jack, or Jack. I'm going to say Jack now, because it's like there's no little left in. I mean, he's still a young man, but
so many people have accused Lucas of not paying attention to him and all that. Yes, need quality time with them.
Yes, true.
So yeah, because maybe they could have a whole day where he kind of starts off and things get a little out of control and frazzled. By the end of the day, he's got it all under control, and they're all happy campers.
That would be fun.
Maybe that's where we see him in his suspenders.
Exactly.
With his shirt unbuttoned, like we saw.
There's to be a lot of suspenders from behind the scenes, it looks like.
Yep. Lots of Vesty Lucas this year, I think.
Yep.
Yay.
Well, okay. I'll use that to segue into mine. I'll just say this one first. Like, did we mention already that these are not in any particular order?
No, mine aren't either.
Nope.
They're just they're just there. Okay. Yeah. I am going to say this one then. Okay. Nobody get mad at me, okay? I know like a lot of people want to see Lucas like sick or injured so that Elizabeth has to take care of him, which I would love to see too. But we've seen that with Jack already, and I wouldn't be mad about it, but I want to see Elizabeth sick or injured so Lucas has to take care of her, because Elizabeth has never been sick or injured. Like nothing scary has ever happened. Well, she's never been sick or injured. So I want to see that, and then I want to see him taking care of her. But then, like, while she's, like, in the infirmary or whatever, Lucas is taking care of Jack while she recovers.
That would be perfect. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'd rather have her get injured, and either that or Jack get injured, and then they both together, you know.
Oh, that would be cute, too. As long as everyone's okay.
That's right.
Yeah. We know.
End, which they will be.
They will be, of course. But that'll be sweet if they did that. I would be okay if either of them gets hurt, injured or whatever.
It's like such a weird thing to hope for, but
yeah, but it makes for a great drama. Yeah, it would be so good.
Everybody else gets injured. Like Lee gets injured all the time. Jesse goes missing all the time. Like, even Rosemary has been sick or injured a couple times. So, yeah. As long as Nathan isn't the one to like save Elizabeth or something like that.
I really don't think they will do that. It will mess everyone's heads. No,
it would.
They'll go there.
No.
I would scream if that happened too, but not in a good way.
No, not good.
Okay, Blanca, what's your next one?
Okay, my next one. I really, really want to see this, but I'm not sure if we will. I want to see Lucas opening up a bit about his childhood to Elizabeth, about the way in which he grew up and how he was a lonely child, I think, and he took comfort in books. I think he did something about that sometime.
Yeah, I think that's great. Why do you think that you don't see it happening though? I could see that.
I'm not sure, because maybe they want to focus on all the good things that are ahead of them, but I really want to, delve a little bit more into his past and his, I don't want to say traumas because it's not trauma, but I don't know. Yeah, his past circumstances and what was it that led him to move to Hope Valley. I would like to know that too, because when he first arrived, he didn't say a word. He didn't tell anyone. So I'm still intrigued about that.
Yeah, I hope we see that too. Like, where did all the knickknacks come from in his office?
Good question. Yeah. There's so much to answer to.
Yeah. There's so much room for backstory with him, which I think is one of the reasons that he's so great as the leading man, because, I don't know. With Nathan, not only have we heard the Mountie story already, we've seen all of that, but I don't know, he doesn't seem to have as much of like a story behind him,
Yeah, that'd be a perfect opportunity for like Elizabeth to bring in little Jack, and they're looking through his stuff, and he kind of explains to him all the things and what they mean in his travels and and stuff. Yeah,
that'd be a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Linda, what's your next one?
My next one, I don't even know if this would be something that is either appropriate or would happen in real life or not. I don't know. I've never dealt with somebody that passed away or not, but I think it would be something if Lucas somehow talked to Jack's mother before he proposed and said, not so much in asking necessarily for a blessing, but just how he, plans to honor her son and be true to Elizabeth and Jack, and help raise them in the sense, or Jack in the sense that his father would have wanted, and stuff like that. Just some kind of a scene. I just think it would be kind of fitting and tie everything together. I don't know if that would be appropriate or happen in real life, but
I would love to see her meet Lucas. Well, I would love to see her meet little Jack.
Right.
I haven't even seen that.
Oh, true. That's right.
Yeah.
She hasn't.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I would like to see that.
In fact, the
I
only relative that has known him is Julie, right? I mean,
yeah,
either
that we've
Jax
seen.
or
Right.
Elizabeth. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was before.
that we've seen. Yeah.
Yeah. I assume that, you know, they've met him, but
Off screen.
met him, you know,
Right.
whatever. They're not real people, so it gets so weird.
But there's a
Talk
lot
about things that probably
supposedly
happened.
goes on that we're not, you know, privy to. Is they can't write everything in there, so I'm
Right.
sure there's been deep conversations between Elizabeth and Lucas too that they just don't put on the TV. You can
There
tell by
definitely-
some of the conversation. But anyway,
Yeah,
Right.
a lot.
because of the context, you can guess.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, wait, how many are we
Okay.
doing 5? Are we trying to stick to 5? I gotta make sure that I don't say any of like the okay. Okay. This is a simple one, but I need to see it. I need to see a hug.
Oh,
Like a
yeah.
good, like not like this, but like a good, soft, gentle hug.
Yeah.
They
That
are
long-
the perfect hugging height for each other.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
cannot wait to see it.
It has to last at least 5 seconds. I say.
At least.
We're counting.
Definitely.
I would love it almost as much as I would love a kiss. Like, I
Yeah.
love hugs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, I don't know, the tone of the scene is different. It's not necessarily about, I don't know, 100% romance. It can be so many other different emotions in that moment. And yeah, I
Like
really
a comforting hug or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
We're here for the drama this season. Like, here's about the happiness. No, we want the drama. We want injures.
I know.
Dramatic hugs. Yeah.
Staying explosive, so something
roller
will
coaster.
go on.
Yeah.
Speaking of explosives, I'm just gonna throw this in there too. I really wish that we had seen Elizabeth be more concerned for Lucas
Me too.
when the beer exploded.
Yeah.
So I mean, in that sense, yes, I would like to see Elizabeth be very concerned for Lucas.
Yeah, you mentioned this with Div the other day that I think she said she felt cheated back when the explosion happened and we didn't see like a moment of, reunion. And I felt too. I remember like, I don't know, it was like everything happened so fast. Like suddenly everyone was safe, everyone was okay, and it was like as if nothing had happened. And it was like,
I know. They had to have cut some scenes out. Like
they had to, yeah. Sure.
Well, and then like Lucas's mom was like mad at him, and we were like, oh, there's like a fuzzy floating in front of my camera. Cool. She was like, oh, I'm mad at him, and he was like, are you still mad at me? And I was like, where? What?
We haven't seen that. Yeah.
No, it was kind of out of the blue, but there wasn't anything about that in the deleted scenes on the DVD. Of course, we know that we didn't see all the deleted scenes on the deleted scenes.
Oh, never.
Hopefully they can make it up to us, someday with YouTube.
Yeah, I want to see it all.
I still have hope. Yeah.
Me too. There's always hope.
In Hope Valley.
There's always hope in Hope Valley.
Yeah. Wow. I was inspired. Moving on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Who's next? Blanca, are you next? You're next.
Yeah. What was the last one you said? Sorry. So that I make sure I make sure that I don't repeat anyone's choices. Okay, my next one is Lucas and Elizabeth sharing a literary moment or experience or event. It doesn't have to be an event. It could be something very simple, like, I don't know, discussing a book or an author. But I really want to see that because that connection, that intellectual connection between them, it's probably the first thing that make them click. And I think it's very important in their relationship, in their chemistry, in the fact that they like one another and they enjoy each other's company. So I would like to see that also this season, because in season 8 we haven't really had much of that. I think they talked about her book, but they didn't. I don't know. They didn't. Well, he did quote a book. It's true, but that was it. I
Yeah.
would like a little bit more,
Yeah,
maybe.
well, then they probably will have plenty of opportunity, right? Because she's going to be published, and so there's got to be some kind of story around that they could definitely play off of, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe even, I don't know, over dinner, maybe they have a romantic dinner and they suddenly end up talking about, I don't know, a book they like, or
Mm-hmm.
or one of them likes and the other one doesn't. I don't know, something like that, something a little bit more intellectual, if you will. I would like to see it.
Well, and we know that they have at least a few books that they have, like they have favorite books in common, because when he brought that new stack of books, and he was like, oh, my mom sent some of my favorites, and then she's like, oh, I love this one and I love this one. So yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, there's room for that, so I hope they explore that a bit.
Yeah, because that was a little bit heavier on that in season 7 than season 8. You're right.
Season 7 it was more.
Okay, Linda, you're up.
Okay, I'll take the low-hanging fruit here. I know that everybody wants to see this, and it's a baby. Now I don't want it to happen next season. I'm not kind of one of the crazies that want them to not only be married and have a baby this season and name the baby and have it be 5. I think some people want that all in one season, but so in the future, it would probably be a couple years, because they probably would have her, let's see, getting, just in my timeline, it'd probably be, they get engaged this year, they get married sometime in the middle of next year, she finds out maybe she's pregnant at the end, and then she's, so I would think it would have to make it to season 11 for a baby Bouchard, but I'd really love to see it. And I know that some people want, Rosemary to also have a baby, and I know that I probably wouldn't. I'd rather see Lucas be doting on her and be a father to his own child. Not that, Jack won't take on a certain significance to him, but yeah, and a girl, of course, but
baby girl Bouchard.
Right.
We need to see it, but yeah, I agree. I don't want to see that yet next season, but and probably not even season 10. But season 11, let's shoot for that. Let's aim for baby girl Bouchard. Season 11 coming soon.
Right.
Everything's perfectly planned.
That's right.
According to our agenda.
That's right.
We might as well just be writers. I don't know. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I want to see a book tour for Elizabeth's novel. I don't know if I need it in season 9. Season 10 would be fine, I think, because I feel like she's gonna probably be taking a journey to actually get published this season. I don't know how soon authors go on book tours, but I want to see a book tour, and I want to see Hamilton be one of the stops on her book tour, because I want to see. Okay, listen, I didn't love when they were in Hamilton. Blanca, I know that you liked when they were in Hamilton, right? I didn't love it that much, but I really want to see Lucas in Hamilton, because I didn't like when Jack was there because he didn't fit in, and it was just I just don't like it. But Lucas would fit in really well, and then he can meet her family, and Helen would be there maybe, I guess, because she's the editor, right? So it'd be a blend of all the families in Hamilton. I just think it would be so fun to see. And then little Jack would be there too. And I love the storyline of Elizabeth's dream coming true and being a published author. So
yeah, me too.
I'd like to see it.
I think that storyline is very important also, because it's, I don't know, so many times we've been told that it's her lifelong dream. That's how you say it, right? To become a writer, a real writer with a book that's published and all that. So yeah, I really think that would be an important storyline and something that we need to see. And I think also that season 9 is probably a good moment for that, because if we keep season 10, for the wedding, hopefully, that would take already a lot of the attention of the storylines, even in episodes that are not about the wedding per se, but the previous ones. So yeah, I think
that's true.
Be a
So
perfect
season 9.
Yeah.
All right.
For the families to meet and we're making their job.
Okay.
The writers.
So easy for them.
Yeah.
They could make a stop in Union City as well, of course. But Hamilton's gotta be on there.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
The kind of cosmopolitan version of them because they've settled in Hope Valley, but they've known another life, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
they would just be like thriving. I would love it.
I would love that too. Yeah. So
okay, Blanca.
Okay, my next is I would like to see Elizabeth talking about Jack, her husband, Lucas.
Big Jack.
Yes, Jack Senior. Because as Linda said, it's obvious that they have done that off screen, but I would like to see that on screen. That would be, I think that would be also important in terms of the people who love Jack, like Jillian here. And I think it would be a good way to kind of make the transition, if you will, from one husband to the next. And I think it's important that we see how Lucas responds to whatever Elizabeth tells him about Jack and about their life together or the memories of him she has. Yeah, I think that would be a good storyline. A bit dramatic.
I agree, and that would have to be season 9 because it's not like she's gonna like not talk about him. I mean, in real life, you would talk about your husband who you lost.
Exactly.
Like that's a huge part of who she is. So.
And I think also, I forgot to mention this, I think that it'd be important also in terms of the grieving process, that Elizabeth has put off for a while. She has avoided to deal with it for a long time. And I think to speak to Lucas about Jack would help her, like maybe to move on a little bit more.
Yeah, like get into the part where she's talking about like memories instead of being like sad about it, being happy about memories. Also, it would be kind of important for little Jack to hear about his dad. And if Lucas knows more about Jack, then he can talk to him about him, or like, just keep him kind of
they could
around
over there.
Agree.
Good one. All right, Linda.
All right, so I'm gonna go with Lucas's dad being introduced, so that Elizabeth, it'd be kind of fun that when they did Jack and him trying to fit in Hamilton, it'd be interesting to see how they react to Elizabeth and her being a school teacher. And they, in that deleted scene, they talked about, or his mother talked about, how he's a lot like his father. So it'd be really interesting to see their dynamic and how that works with Elizabeth and Lucas and his father. So that's something I'd like to see. I don't know if it'll happen this season or if it would happen the next season. I'm hoping maybe at the end of the season, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't feel like we've seen, well, they probably wouldn't show us any behind the scenes of like new people coming on set, right? But yeah, I know I would like to see his dad too. And I really just want to know, like, if Lucas's dad comes to Hope Valley, I just want to know who's going to play him.
Right?
Because that's been such a, like, who do you want to play?
Yeah.
I want to see who it would be. It's got to be someone really tall, because his mom obviously did not give him those jeans.
Right.
Tiny.
He's so little.
Although my parents are not tall. My brother is really tall, and he got it from his grandfather. So technically, it wouldn't have to be tall.
It could happen. Yeah.
I guess so.
But anyway.
And it would be interesting also because of the storyline season 8, right? With all the drama between his parents, and
Yeah.
we've been told that they worked it out, but
Yeah.
I would like to know more, a little bit more about it too.
Mm-hmm.
How things went after Helen met him, and
Yep.
I don't know, and maybe a little maybe we could see if Lucas's view on love and marriage is still the same, or he's a little bit more jaded. I don't know. We could
Yeah, I
explore.
hope we hear more about that storyline. I feel like that was an important one, especially between Helen and Elizabeth. It was like they had such a good, like a really deep bond, and they barely even knew each other, you know. Yeah, I hope we see more of Helen for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And her hubby. Okay, I am going to say so I have a couple more on my list, so I just want to make sure I'm picking the good ones. Okay, I really want to see what was in Allie's gift from Lucas.
Yeah.
I want to see what it is. Like, I'm like trying to think, like, what would you get a girl and her new father, because he said it was for Nathan and Allie.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is it? And it's in that little green box.
Yeah.
What is it that fits in that box?
Right. I'm like, is it a charm for her bracelet? No, because that wouldn't be for Nathan too, right? Or maybe there's two different things in it. I don't know.
Maybe it's
a picture.
Fishing related.
Maybe it's a fish.
Couple lures.
You better open that gift, Allie. Some maraschino berries.
What, Elizabeth got some handkerchiefs or whatever on her wedding, right? Whatever it was. So maybe it's the same thing.
Maybe. Some doilies. Here you go. Here's some doilies. Congratulations.
Maybe it's a guideline to parenthood. Here's Nathan. Here's what you can do.
Fatherhood for dummies.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You're welcome, Nathan.
How to deal with teenage girls.
No, but it's true that Lucas dealt better with the Allie situation than Nathan, right? In season 8.
True.
We talked about this, and it was like, I mean, the bar was really low when it came to Nathan.
Okay, so we just have one more, right? Each?
One more each.
All right. We're trucking right along here. Okay. Is it, Blanca, is it your turn? It's your turn.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So,
last one.
My last one is the best. No, no, but it's actually the most emotional among the ones I've picked, which is Lucas expressing his feelings in words.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've seen, we've seen him do that a lot with his actions, right?
Yes.
Like he has proved plenty of times that he loves her, even by letting go of her in the season finale. But I would like to see him expressing it.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit, like a moment. It doesn't have to be a big moment, like, I don't know, something that he plans as a big deal. No, it could be something really simple, really improvised, and simply saying something sweet, like, it doesn't have to be I love you, but I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
I think it should be. I mean, he's already implied it with it being a love story and all that. So
yeah,
I think
they're falling deeply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's they've already said it without saying the words.
Right.
I'm excited to hear the words as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I mean, if he didn't say I love you and he said something like
can't imagine my life.
One of the reasons I love you, or whatever, I don't know. Well, that's saying I love you, but I don't know. It doesn't have to be, or to include those exact same words for me to be happy about it. Like
just an
emotional moment in which he admits the way he feels about her, like openly, blatantly, and express it explicitly.
I love that we know. I've said this so many times, I feel like, on the podcast, but I love that we know that they love each other because they've said it without saying the words I love you.
Me
Mhm.
too.
So we don't have to worry about that. We don't have to be like, oh no, are they gonna ever sign? I don't know. We know
Right.
that they love each other, but we still get to look forward to hearing them say it. And
Yeah.
it's
That
it's
was
so
clever.
good. We gotta say that, right? It's so
That was
good.
clever. Yeah. That was a clever thing to do from the writers, because like you say,
Mhm.
it's like we have that we know that for sure because they've said so, but we still have something to look forward to in that department as well. Just
Exactly. It was
Then-
brilliant.
yeah, that was clever.
Brilliant.
So
All
that
right, Linda.
was my last one.
Okay.
What's your last one?
I think my last one is going to be, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see it this year unless they tag it in somehow into the season, but I want to see what will be the future family of the Bouchards celebrating Christmas together,
Oh.
doing all sorts of Christmas, just spending the day doing
Mhm.
Christmas things, and I just want to see them in that environment or that element of time.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Well, I know, I feel like it's probably not going to happen this year, but I still have some hope because they haven't said no. Like, why wouldn't they just be like, no, sorry, there's not going to be a
There
Christmas
must
tree?
be a reason why they haven't said no. Yeah.
Right. There's got to
I
be
agree.
something. Plus, like with those behind the scenes, like with the menorah flag outside of the mercantile and stuff, like what was that from?
but that's why I
I
think
don't
that
know.
maybe there could just be some flashbacks, or they could start at
Could be.
that. I mean, maybe block 2 or whatever is actually, episodes 1 and 2, and they'll come before the other. Who knows what they might do, or they
I
might
know.
just, yeah, they could do
I
anything.
keep thinking I would be totally fine with just an episode for Christmas. Now, it doesn't have to be a movie. It doesn't have to be 2 hours long.
Right.
I mean, as much time as you can give us, yeah, but like I would be totally satisfied with like, I don't know, a half hour episode, like anything,
Yeah.
Right.
just anything.
Right.
We
Well, I
need
mean,
to
by
see
them not
Christmas Lucas.
Yeah, by them not saying anything about not doing a Christmas, it makes me think that somehow they've incorporated Christmas.
Me too.
And it might not be a
Mhm.
Christmas movie. We might see a repeat of the season 7 movie, although, that's in the past now. That involves a triangle, so I'm not sure that we'll see that. But anyway, but yeah, so maybe they just incorporate it into the actual season somehow. But when Chris said, just in that little thing with Deirdre, right?
Yeah.
That sometime next year, that we can't wait for you to see it sometime next year. It just made me
I know.
think that there's nothing for Christmas, but
I know.
not to be a
Although
downer,
he is a
but
really good actor,
that's right. He's gotten good at
I'm
keeping
still helping.
secrets. So maybe you had to keep this one too. So it's possible. I mean, like you say, until Christmas has passed and there's been no new Christmas movie, we can always hope, but because I
I'm
think it would
hoping
be really exciting.
until the day after Christmas, I'm still gonna be like, guys, I think we might get it.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Day. Maybe they'll surprise us.
I mean, if they haven't said no, it's probably
Right.
because, like you say, they've incorporated it in some way. Maybe it's not a full episode, perhaps not, but even if I don't know, the flashback could be a possibility, because that would only imply a few scenes or even one, if they want to do it that way. But
I kind of wonder if maybe they'll do like the first episode if we don't get a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of cool if they did like a bunch of flashbacks for the first episode.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
have it just be like a ton of flashbacks, like back to fall when Lucas enters her house for the first time, and then like,
right.
them saying "I love you," and then Christmas, and I don't know. I just feel like we're gonna miss so much, even outside of Lucas and Elizabeth, with Rosemary and Lee and everybody else.
Totally. Yeah.
So that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Sure.
And if you think about it,
Again.
the fact that they have, sorry, I was thinking about this just now. When they include that small flashback, it was really a flashback at the beginning of season 8, in the first episode where we see Lucas part.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving after
That
Christmas.
was with Christmas decorations, right? Because it was supposed to be New Year, I think.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if they did that
Mhm.
in a season where we didn't get a Christmas special,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all the more reason for us to have at least something. I don't know, but at least one full scene with Christmas being in the background. I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know, setting up the tree or something.
Yeah, or even just like
all three of them, because Elizabeth and Haley,
just like opening presents in her house.
Right.
Like they wouldn't even have to have decorations outside for that.
yeah, in the
It's a
town.
Christmas tree.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Put us in the writer's room.
yeah,
We keep telling them.
we keep
When are they gonna ask us?
things simple. It's all very simple.
Yeah,
Right.
so easy, guys. We can totally do it.
Right.
Let's put together a Christmas tree. I'm in.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Oh, is it my turn now?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of want this to be a promo for season 9. Okay. You know how last season they had Lucas and Nathan and Elizabeth on the empty street in Hope Valley. And like they talked about like how they set up those big speakers and it was like brah, 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 and it was like Aaron's just like walking down the street and they said it was like really silly. But then like they played a really sweet song in the promo and she was just like walking toward both of them and like, you know, it was a triangle. I want them to like recreate that for the season 9 promo with just Lucas on that side. And then Elizabeth walking hand in hand with little Jack. Everybody else is gone. It's an empty street. We're getting a little fan fiction-y here, but
Yeah.
I want to see
Go
her
ahead.
walking down the street holding little Jack's hand. And then I want little Jack to see Lucas and go run into him.
Oh.
And I want Lucas to pick him up and put him on his hip and then like put his arm around Elizabeth and kiss her on the forehead or something. And then they walk down the street alone as a family, the 3 of them. That's the promo I want to see.
All right. Well, we support fanfic, so
Yeah.
I don't read any of it, but I think it's great.
That would be a really good one. Yeah.
It
I
would be
read that.
so good, right? I
Makes me wonder what it is going to be.
Okay,
Why not?
so the picture that Aaron posted of Chris McNally, like toward the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Um,
Right?
Jumping.
yeah, he was jumping, and she did like the flying squirrel emojis, you know, like the plane and the squirrel. And there was nobody on the street, and she took the picture. So she was like on the opposite end of the street, and he was over there alone. So that's my prediction, guys.
That was a big
I'm saying
jump.
it here. You're hearing it here.
I have a
Mark it
question
down.
for you, Jillian. What would the full scene be like? That would be the beginning of the scene for you, or the end of the scene for you? Or
That
how
would be
you
just
do
like
it?
the promo, like literally just the commercial, like season 9, here it
Right,
comes,
right.
and it's just them in it.
Yeah, but I mean, in the actual episode where that scene takes place, right? Because the promo always includes, right?
Well,
Actual
but the
scenes,
promo
or no?
last season though, where it was just like the 3 of them and nobody else, like they did kind of recreate that in a scene, but there were other people around. But the promo was just the 3 of them and nobody else.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
I
they
get it.
could definitely also incorporate it into a scene,
Oh,
which
complete.
I would like to see, like season 9 opening scene. That's what I want to see with
Wow.
other people around. But yeah, the promo just with them 3, like them 3, that was really bad. Just with
Basically,
just with
Elizabeth and Jack coming to pick
Elizabeth.
up Lucas from work to go home for dinner.
That would be
something
really
like that.
sweet.
Yeah, they're meeting in the street to go. Yeah, get dinner.
Yeah. The only bad part about it being the opening scene in season 9 for me would be that it would imply that we have missed so much.
With the
between
flashbacks.
the 3 of them. Yeah,
With the flashbacks, we're fine.
we need a lot of flashbacks to make it right for us. At least 10.
Yeah,
Right.
we get a lot of flashbacks.
3
The
episodes
first
of
episode,
flashbacks.
full of flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
First episode in black and white, please.
Oh, okay. So we did it. We did them, right? Our top 5. I also have to, I am going to cheat for a second because I really do want to see, I've said this before so many times, so I wasn't going to put it in my list, but I have to say, I do also really want to see Lucas and Elizabeth cooking with Gustav. There, I've said it. Okay.
In the saloon, right?
In the
Or
saloon, yeah.
Saloon. That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be.
Giving
That's
cooking
awesome.
lessons.
That'd be comedy gold. Is that how you say it? I think so.
Yes, comedy gold.
Mhm.
That'd be so good.
Okay. Do we want to do some ship opinions?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be fun? We'll
Yeah.
try it. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Let me know if I miss anything, okay? So I want to know your opinions. Okay, this is maybe going to be like a little bit controversial. Everybody might disagree a little bit here, so all you listeners, just don't get mad at us, okay? Because I know somebody's going to be like, what?
Yeah.
No! Or like, yeah, okay. So, Blanca, are you a team infirmary or no?
I was more invested in that couple before they got together, which
Me
is
too.
kind of weird, but that's what happened to me. It's like they were more promising before
I know.
becoming an item for me, right?
I agree. I was like, yes, Faith and Carson, yes. And then they kissed, and I was like, never mind.
It was a
Back,
little
back.
bit
I don't know.
disappointing.
I just don't think they have chemistry. I don't know. I really like both of them separately.
Yeah. I like him more than her, to be honest. I like more Carson as a character than Faith.
Yeah.
I agree.
He's more interesting to me.
Sorry.
Anyway.
I really liked Faith. Like when she first came, or even maybe in Hamilton. I really liked her. I thought she was lovely.
Me too.
I mean, she still is, I guess, but I don't know.
I think that character, Faith, has suffered a little bit more than Carson because of the storyline they've been given last season. Even more than Carson, which is saying a lot. But they were like trapped in this circle they couldn't get out of, and it was like they barely made any progress over the whole season. It was a little bit tiresome.
They were very out of sync. They were just like, oh my gosh, that Christmas episode, was it the Christmas movie season 7? When they were like,
when
she
she was
can't come home, so I'm gonna go to her. Oh, she's coming home. Oh, blah, blah, blah. It's like the whole entire movie, they don't even see each other. Like,
until the end. That's
basically how their relationship has been. It's been like,
Well, they don't really show them together too much away from the infirmary, so it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to see them as a real couple in a sense because of that.
That's true.
I read in an article that I actually shared with you girls recently that they haven't kissed at all in season 8, and I was like, it's true.
Yep.
It's weird.
Yep.
Because when he left, they hugged. Mind you, it wasn't even that glorious of a hug either, in my opinion. But they didn't kiss at all.
No, not even when he was singing to her. Even when he was singing to her, they didn't have any romantic moment or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know if COVID played a part in that, but I didn't think so, because it didn't matter with the other couples, right? So it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why they did that.
They really didn't do too much to begin with, and in my opinion, I didn't really see too much.
So Linda,
I still ship them. With all that I've said, I still want them together.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no matter what. Yeah, and I still want to see them together. And hopefully, if they were granted that opportunity, they would be a little bit better. Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
In terms of storylines, I think it's kind of easy for them to improve, because season 8 was just really frustrating for them.
They can only like be not together or get better.
Yeah, I see them more as like brother sister. I mean, I don't know. That's the vibe I get. So.
he is a lot older than her in real life, like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like to me, it doesn't look like the difference is so big as it is.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look like it, but like imagine, you know, being in their shoes and just being like, okay, I'm supposed to love you, but you're like, how many years older than me? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They're all good actors, so I'm sure they can take it, but I don't know. I just don't see the chemistry, but it is fair to say I would be fine with them being together if they worked their stuff out.
Yeah.
But we know he's not coming back for season 9.
Nope.
I know. Yeah.
So here's the next question. Do we want to see Faith with somebody else? Do we want to see them, like, if Carson is not coming back for season 9, do we want to just see her like on her own, or do we want to see her develop a new relationship with somebody?
Someone else go first, because I'm talking a lot.
Yeah. No, you're good. I guess I'd rather see her on her own for a bit. She has a lot to kind of learn about herself. She seems like she's really kind of coming into, you know, her own and learning a lot about herself, and I just don't think she's really in a place, especially if she's just broken it off with Carson, to really jump into something else right away.
True. Well, and I guess they never really technically broke it off, right?
Right.
They were like, it was very open-ended. It was very like,
she could be in a flashback getting a letter from him saying, sorry.
There you go. The episode of Flashback. Like, what did we miss? We had to have missed a lot, because that season ended on a lot of high notes.
2 hours of flashbacks.
Yeah, exactly. A whole movie.
And Andrea did say there's a lot of kind of carryover that has to be brought into season 9 from 8. So
I hope so, because they have a lot of things to explain still.
Yeah.
There's some things in the black hole, unless they're explained.
It's not just people, there's things.
There are things. Many stories to be wrapped up. Okay, moving on. Who, I think I can answer this for you guys, but I'll let you guys say it. Who do you want Nathan to be with?
Well,
nobody.
Should we say it all at the same time? 1, 2, 3. Fiona.
I think Linda disagrees.
I just think he should be with nobody at this point.
Oh, yeah.
That's I mean, eventually down the road, yes.
He deserves loneliness, right?
Huh?
He deserves loneliness, according to you.
No, it's just that I think he
kind of does, actually. He has a lot
to really learn to become a father, per se. I mean, I know that, you know, he's been raising Allie for a while and has some things, but I just think that there's a whole, now that he's adopted her, there's just a whole lot of story there, and I just think it'd be time well spent on the two of them and their relationship rather than a new woman coming. But I do want it to be Fiona in the end. Yes,
that's true. I would like to see that develop a little bit, especially like you said, he just adopted her, so now he's like officially her dad. Daddy Nathan.
Yeah.
And but
I don't want everybody to be lonely, but
only for a little while.
Yeah, like play it as like he's not lonely because he has Allie. Although, okay, so I have to say, I don't like Nathan. So I feel like I want him to be with Fiona because I really like Fiona, and I like the way whenever they have a scene together, I can see it. Like I can see liking him, and I really want to like him. So I feel like unless they bring someone else in and they prove me otherwise, Fiona is the only person who's gonna make me like Nathan. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it.
She would make him a lot more interesting.
Yeah,
appealing. Even appealing see me anyway, because, as a character, I'm talking about the character. Because,
Right.
Well, yeah, I
because
think he would give her the challenges. I mean,
yeah,
she would challenge him a little bit.
it's
Exactly.
a nice contrast to his lack of, I don't know, pick the
Interestingness.
word. You can pick
Lack
the
of
word.
luster.
Yeah.
Even he said he doesn't understand women, so I think he needs to this season just learn to understand women, and then find one next season.
Needs to read. He needs to read a lot of books written by women.
Yeah, I mean, I could see him and Faith being friends, and him maybe confiding in her and learning a little bit about.
Yeah, maybe they can be like lonely together, but
Yeah.
not together
Right.
with Faith. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would be nice to be able to like Nathan and enjoy his storyline. So I would like to see him with Fiona, but it can take some time. That's fine.
Yeah, I think
It
it
can
would
be a slow burn.
it would actually be better if, like Linda said, he's alone for a while. Not only
Mhm.
because of the Ali situation, although that's a good point, but also because he thinks he was in love with Elizabeth, which I disagree with, but he still has to see that and to come to terms with the fact that it was only the idea of her that he had created, that he was in love with, right?
Mhm.
Right. And I can see that happening, through
Yeah.
a friendship with
Me
Faith,
too.
or even once he actually does fall in love, maybe he'll realize, oh, what I had with Elizabeth is nothing like this.
Exactly, it wasn't the real thing.
Yeah, so it might not be instant for us.
Okay, add it to my list of things I want to see in the future. I want to see Nathan be like, "Oh, that's love. Got it. Okay."
Yeah.
I wasn't in love with Elizabeth.
Top of the
Got
list.
it.
All the
Top of the
drama I
list.
created was for nothing. Imagine if he said that.
How are we feeling about Molly and Bill? Are we feeling good about Molly and Bill?
No. I don't like it. No. I see them as just friends. I don't see them either. I like Bill with that AJ. I wish he'd come back.
Me too. I agree with Linda. Yeah.
Yeah, they have good chemistry. They've done so many movies together. Bill and AJ, I'm saying. Jack and what's her name? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm a terrible fan.
No.
Yeah, I thought they were cute. I would be fine with that. I don't know if she's coming back, but
Yeah, I doubt it.
I feel like it would be nice for Molly to have somebody.
True.
So I'm kind of meh, whatever.
Yeah, I agree. It's like if they put them together, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's awful.
Yeah, no, me neither.
Right.
But I'm not invested.
You're right. Exactly.
Yeah. It's kind of a sideline story.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also part of I'm sorry.
No, go.
You were okay. It's just it's very quick. I was going to say that part of the reason why I never got invested with Molly and Bill is the fact that we've seen interest coming only from her side, right?
Yeah.
And he was like a little bit more like, whatever. Hello.
It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad, really. So yeah, I guess it would be nice if Bill would like show some interest. He's like, oh, I didn't even know. Like, what? How'd you not know?
Yeah.
And poor Molly is over there like just watching her best friend get married, and she's like, oh, I want somebody. Like she said that. She was like, well, I see you, I want somebody. So maybe she's not even really into Bill. He's just a viable suitor. Maybe they'll bring someone new in. I don't know.
You never know.
Well, Henry is also
maybe they'll end up with Carson.
No.
I'm just kidding, guys. Just kidding. Okay. Henry and Abigail. We're obviously not going to see it at this point, right?
Right.
Because Lori's on When Hope Calls on a different network. But I liked them together.
I did too. What I've seen. I haven't seen them actually.
Yeah, I was rooting for them. I guess I should say I was rooting for them. I thought that. So I know that before Lori left, they had another actor come on to be a love interest for Abigail. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know that. And
But
I'm
his
surprised.
scenes were all after she left, so they had to cut all that out. But I feel like she's had so many love interests.
Too many.
Really gets around. I don't know. And I when I heard that they had a new actor coming on for her, I was like, huh? Okay. I don't know.
That's shocking to me. Because when she left, I thought that they were kind of preparing the
Henry, maybe they were.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it, but you got it. Yeah, I thought they were getting ready for Henry and Abigail becoming a couple. To me, their storyline suggested that. So if the fact that you said that there was another guy for her is like mind blowing for me. I didn't see that coming.
Right. So she was like with her husband died, okay, and then she was like with Frank, Bill.
No, Bill first.
Henry, and then this new dude. What?
Yeah, Bill and then Frank and then
first. Bill,
yeah. I'm just
and then Frank.
Back and forth.
In no particular order. She was with all these guys. And I liked her with Bill, but then I don't know. I didn't like her with Frank as much. I don't know. I know you guys like Frank. I think Frank.
No.
I did.
I couldn't wait for Frank.
That was me. Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't a fan. But then I was like, yes, Abigail and Henry, that's a cool story. Like, that's a cool story of redemption, you know? He was in charge of the mine.
Yeah.
When the mine disaster happened and her husband died and that. And I don't know. I just think that would be a really cool storyline. So I'm surprised that they didn't like go for that. And then they had to cut out the scenes with the new guy. And now they're like, oh yeah, Henry and Abigail. But it's never going to happen.
Yeah. And you want Henry to be happy with, I mean, that's kind of part of his redemption is him finally finding love, it seems like. But who with? You know, it's just
Molly.
I said before that when you said Molly is looking for some suit or something, I don't know how you said it, and I said Henry's available.
I could see that
either.
Well, Blanca said it.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I don't support that.
Yep.
I wouldn't like that.
How are we feeling about Hickam and Fiona? I think they're just friends and colleagues, as they have said.
I think so too. I don't see them as anything more than friends either.
Yeah.
Either. No. And I think it's been established, right? That they are platonic.
Yeah, that's what I think. But some people are still like, oh, but Hickam and Fiona. I don't know. I think like they have said it actually multiple times.
Yeah. She kind of sent him to the friend zone, I think.
For sure.
Right? It's not in my head. We saw it.
Do you think he sees it that way? I mean, I think she has definitely. You think he sees it that way? Okay.
Yeah, because he was like, they had that conversation, and he was like, yeah, I just want to tell you, and she's like, oh no.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, and he's like, no, I see you as a colleague or whatever he said.
A confidant or something.
Confidant, yes. I don't watch those scenes very often.
Next season,
Me neither.
I'm not giving up. No, just kidding.
No, that's someone else's.
Yeah, it's worth fighting for.
Field of expertise.
Okay, so if Hickam and Fiona are not a thing, which I think we mostly all agree with, if Fiona is not with anybody, who would you want to see her with? Because she is one of the fairly main characters, and I feel like she needs a love interest, right?
Got to bring Kevin back from the black hole.
Yes. Where is Kevin?
That's a good question. I liked him. I really liked him.
I liked him too. I thought they were super cute. Besides that, I don't know. They'd have to bring someone new, I suppose.
And we can have more people coming in because we I don't know. The town is so crowded as it is. We can't allow to give up more screen time to new people. No,
there's too many. Too much. I guess we suppose we have room for a dentist because there's a dentist office, although the dentist office isn't actually a dentist office, so I don't think we're getting a dentist, and it's been there for many years. But who's the blacksmith? We need a blacksmith.
Yeah.
Right?
And the dentist office, isn't that what they turned into Lucas's office? Or
Yep.
Yes. So there's no room for a dentist in town.
No room for a dentist office.
Well, I
Right.
guess you could say Gustav is available.
True. Oh.
I haven't thought about that until just now, but I don't know. Do you see him having a love story?
I could see it.
You could see
Listen,
that.
I can see it. That would be fun.
Well, he's romantic. We know that.
Yes, exactly.
Mm.
We know he's romantic. Okay, I can see that. He's too young for Molly, so yeah.
Molly's out of the question.
Yes. So if Fiona is not with Nathan or Kevin,
Wyman Walden.
Oh my gosh. I love Wyman Walden. Why do I love him?
Him and Molly. Yeah.
Oh, Molly, yeah. We have so many suitors for Molly now all of a sudden.
That I could convert, actually. Yeah.
Okay, Fiona and Gustav, that would be fun. Yes. Yes.
At the very least, I don't know, they are both entertaining on their own, right? They are lively characters, if you will.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I could see that a lot more than Hikam and Fiona. That I just can't. I can't.
Yeah, same. And it would be really fun if Gustav had a love interest. That would be really fun. I love Gustav so much. Like, he needs to be in more than just the background of.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Lucas and him could tease each other about that. That'd be good. No, that'd be fun.
Yes. Put us in the writer's room.
Done. Yeah.
I'm telling you. Collaboration is happening. Okay, Allie and Robert, what do we feel about it? I think it could be fun to like explore like the younger little love story. And I can see myself liking Allie after this love triangle is over.
Mm-hmm.
No more triangle. Mm-hmm. I think it's cute. I don't know. Do we have opinions? I don't know.
Linda, you go first.
Well, I think that if they're going to keep the kids that are getting to the point where, I mean, how soon is Allie going to be graduating? You know, in order to keep these kids around, they need to start thinking about matching them together. I think that they would be two characters that could really work out well together.
Yeah, they could be really cute. I mean, they could really take it and make a fun storyline out of it. I don't know. Hope Valley, the next generation.
Yeah.
And it would be fun to see Nathan try to navigate parenting a young teenager in love.
I think those two could do a lot of mischievous things.
That would be challenging for him because he's already having quite a bit of trouble raising his knees without the love factor.
Yeah,
I know.
Add it in there. We got to add another little handbook for him in that gift from Lucas.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. But as long as they don't make it an excuse for Nathan to turn to Elizabeth like, I need help. My niece is driving me crazy with her.
Faith is going to be his new friend and confidant. That's Faith's job now.
I can see Fiona doing that.
Yeah.
Fiona, take my daughter fishing, please.
Faith needs to spend her time writing to Carson. Okay.
Yeah, we do need Carson back in season 10.
I really hope so. I don't know if we will, but we have so many hopes. We hope for Christmas. We hope for Carson to come back. You guys hope for Henry and Abigail. We're so hopeful.
I'm fine with Henry not being with Abigail, but like before she left, I was confused why they were bringing someone else on for her, because I was like, yeah, Henry and Abigail.
Exactly.
But I'm fine with him. Like, if it's between Henry and Abigail being together and Henry not being on the show anymore, I want Henry on the show. I love Henry.
Me too.
So
I really like him. Yeah.
Maybe happen with that with whatever that character was going to be for Abigail. Maybe they just wanted to test it with somebody else, and it would have been Henry in the end. I don't know. Maybe they were getting ready for a triangle. Multiple tries.
Okay, so I have one more question before we end this.
Okay.
Before Lucas and Nathan came onto the show, if they didn't bring anyone else new in, who would you put Elizabeth with?
Okay, so you mean post season 5, but before we saw.
Yeah. So
we
after
knew
Jack
Lucas and
died. Yep. After Jack died, without bringing in any new characters, who in Hope Valley would you put? No, like regardless of relationship status. Like if everybody was single, who would you put Elizabeth with?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, especially since I'm still watching season 5.
Well, you're not done yet.
No. I'm still just after the wedding. That was last weekend. The big wedding was last weekend. So.
Well, you're almost on.
I am.
Yeah, you're pretty much done.
I know.
Sadly.
We'll get there.
Sadly it is. We were talking about who she was going to be with.
Without any new characters coming in. Do you want to hear my answer first?
I think I know what you're going to say, but go ahead.
I can only kind of think of one. So.
I kind of have an idea. I don't know.
Okay. Who do you think I'm going to say? Who do you think I'm going to say?
Carson.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
I could see it. Okay. I don't know. I wasn't like rooting for them or anything, but like I could see it. Like they do kind of have chemistry. I don't know. I think Aaron has chemistry with everybody, so it's like whatever. Yeah. But like when Carson was like taking care of her when she was pregnant and after Jack died in the Christmas season 6, I was like, okay, I could see that. Like I could see them tossing around that idea at least. That's like the most likely scenario in my opinion, without bringing in new characters.
I would agree.
So you were clearly not Team Infirmary by then, right?
What?
You were clearly not Team Infirmary. You were not rooting for Carson and Kate together.
Well,
she was removing that, right?
I was though.
You were open-minded.
I don't know. I could just see it. I wasn't rooting for Carson and Elizabeth at all, but I was like, okay. Like when he gave her his scarf or something like that. I don't know. I don't even remember, but I was like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't see anybody else really that was there at that time that I could see her with other than Carson. But they had built it as a friendship, but if they were going to put them together, they could have easily written it a little bit differently to make that happen. Because I think you're right. They do have some chemistry. I don't know. What about you, Blanca?
I mean, I wouldn't be on board with that because I was already shipping Carson and Faith together. But I'll say that it's not like saying Elizabeth with Bill, which some people ship, right? Yeah. Some people ship that.
I know.
That's a bit disturbing to me.
It is so disturbing.
Yeah.
I know. I saw that on Facebook and I was like, wait, people want Elizabeth to be with Bill? Like, what? And then they were like, well, for the time period, it wouldn't be that weird. And I'm like, but it's not the like,
he could be
her
TV show. Father.
Yeah, the time period still would have been weird. Sorry.
Yeah. So in that sense, I could buy Elizabeth with Carson. But I wouldn't have shipped them, even if Lucas hadn't come into the picture. I guess if I had to say one character, like you forced me to say one, and you are going to hate me for this, but I think I'd probably say Charles. I didn't hate Charles. And I like the fact that they have a story, like they go way back together.
I guess that's a good answer. I mean, I didn't like hate Charles either. I just thought it was like a little bit annoying that he like went and proposed to her when he knew that she was in love with someone else.
Yeah.
But I mean,
wasn't thinking
if she had to
somebody on the
settle,
waiting list technically, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
yeah, I think if like it would be like settling. I think it would be like, oh, second choice, but
unless maybe it was, you know, the kind of storyline where love grows on them slowly, well, on her because he's supposedly already in love with her.
they could work with it. It could work.
So they could go that way, and I would be okay with that, but I wouldn't be as invested, of course, as I am.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Obviously. Yeah.
They did a good job.
Thankfully, we
So
don't
good.
have to consider that, right?
Yeah. That's all that we have for you today. Thank you so much for listening and watching. If you're not following us on social media, we are at the LucaBeth Lounge on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and we are at LucaBeth Lounge on Twitter. So make sure you follow us and like all the things. And thank you so much for listening, watching.
Thank
Goodbye.
you, girls.
Thanks.
That was fun. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.